Today we're going to be continuing on with plurals and possessives, but now we're going to start looking at when the possession is either shared or unshared. So for instance, here I visited Chris and Lisa's apartment, and you'll notice there's only one apostrophe S in this sentence. This is because both Chris and Lisa share this apartment. They share the ownership of it. However, if they didn't, and a person visited Chris's apartment and then went and visited Lisa's apartment, they would each have separate S's to denote their possession. So basically, the rule is if they share the possession, they share the possessive marker with the apostrophe S. If they don't share the item, they each have an individual apostrophe S going forward. So let's do a few of these together. Senna thought Jackson's and Samantha's sweatshirts were too heavy for the warm weather. On this one, they each have an S, so they are not sharing it, so they also aren't swearing those sweatshirts. Shared S, shared possession. So that's all you're going to go through on with these. So 2 S's not shared, 1 S shared. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, that way we can keep the next bubble inside of this same video. But feel free to pause and look at these and kind of check yourself as I go through and answer them as well if you would like. Again, the key on this is just looking at how many S's there. They don't share an S, they don't share the item. Now, when you're going through this bubble, that's pretty easy, but when you're starting to really look at a sentence to fix the arrows, if they're shared or not shared, it gets a little trickier, which is what we're going to do next. So here we have Lord Voldemort misses playing with Joe and Margot's dog when his family goes on vacation. So we have to try and figure out, do they share this dog? Now, we're going to assume, because there's not a mention of anything else and there's only one dog, that they are sharing. The dog, we have the shared S, so this one we're going to mark as correct. While it was hard to decide between Pete and Christine's kittens, Rafiki chose Christine's because its name was Mayonnaise. Now here we're making a decision between the two of them, which means the item is not shared, so we don't want our possessive marker to be shared, so we'll add an apostrophe S to Pete's. So you're going to have to kind of puzzle out with these to figure out if the things are shared or not. Now here we have multiple collections, so we're going to assume that they probably are not shared. Frodo Baggins' aunt is worried about visiting Craig's and Ruby's house because they own. So here we have they own this dog, so they probably share that dog and that home, so they can share their possessive markers. I hope this was helpful for you working on possessives, especially with shared and unshared. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.